Did you know that the way you live your daily life can determine whether you reach 80, 90, or even 100 years old? Some habits might seem small, maybe something you do without thinking, but over time, they can silently steal years from your life. The truth is, many people don't even realize they're making choices that speed up aging, weaken their bodies, and increase the risk of serious illness. But here's something important. If you recognize these habits early enough, you can change them. And the sooner you do, the better your chances of living a long, strong, and independent life. Now, why does this matter? It's easy to think that genetics alone determine how long we live, but research shows that lifestyle choices play an even bigger role. The foods we eat, how we move, our mindset, and even small daily decisions can either support a long, healthy life, or chip away at it little by little. Maybe you've seen it firsthand. You probably know someone who made it well into their 90s, still walking around, laughing, and enjoying life. And maybe you've also known people who struggled with health issues much earlier, dealing with constant pain, hospital visits, or feeling much older than they actually are. What made the difference? In many cases, it wasn't luck, it was habits. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. In this video, we'll go through 7 of the worst life-shortening habits, things that drain your energy, weaken your body, and make it harder to enjoy life as you age. But more importantly, we're going to talk about what you can do instead. These aren't complicated changes. In fact, most of them are simple, but they make an enormous difference. Whether you're already in your golden years or just thinking ahead, the choices you make today can improve the quality and length of your life. And here's the thing, it's never too late. Even if you recognize some of these habits in yourself, you can take small steps today that will pay off in the years ahead. But before we get started, let's make sure you never miss important health and longevity tips. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This channel is all about helping you stay strong, sharp, and independent for years to come. So make sure you stay connected. And while you're here, we'd love to hear from you. What's one change you've made for a healthier lifestyle? Maybe you've started walking every morning, swapped out unhealthy foods, or made an effort to reduce stress. Whatever it is, share it in the comments below. You never know who you might inspire. Now, let's get into it. The first life-shortening habit is one that affects millions of people, often without them realizing it. Habit number 1. A sedentary lifestyle. Sitting for long periods has been called the new smoking, and for a good reason. The human body was designed to move, and when we don't, problems start adding up. A sedentary lifestyle slows down metabolism, weakens the heart, stiffens the joints, and increases the risk of serious diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and even dementia. Think about it. How often do you spend long stretches of time sitting? Whether it's watching TV, reading, or simply resting, too much time off your feet can silently take a toll on your body. The less you move, the weaker your muscles become. And over time, everyday activities, like getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, or even standing for long periods, become harder. This kind of gradual decline is what catches many people off guard. It doesn't happen all at once, but one day, simple movements feel like a struggle. And that's why movement is one of the most powerful ways to maintain strength, independence, and longevity. Take Bob and Mary, for example. Bob spends most of his day sitting, watching TV, eating meals, and scrolling on his phone. He rarely moves unless he has to. At first, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but over time, Bob notices that he's feeling more sluggish. His legs feel stiff when he stands up, he's gaining weight, and he's getting tired more easily. Eventually, even walking short distances becomes a challenge. Mary, on the other hand, makes movement a part of her daily routine. She takes short walks after meals, stretches in the morning, and does simple chair exercises while watching TV. Nothing extreme, just small, consistent efforts to keep her body active. The result? She stays mobile, maintains her balance, and has more energy, well into her 80s. The difference between Bob and Mary isn't luck, it's habit. So, what can you do to avoid the dangers of a sedentary lifestyle? First, set a reminder to stand up every 30 minutes. Whether it's a simple stretch, walking to another room, or standing while talking on the phone, breaking up long sitting periods is key. Second, aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week. This doesn't mean you have to hit the gym. Walking, swimming, light yoga, or even gardening can all count. The important thing is to keep moving. Third, try chair exercises if mobility is an issue. Leg lifts, seated marches, or even gentle arm movements can help maintain circulation and muscle strength. Even small changes make a big difference. In fact, research shows that just a 10-minute walk per day can reduce the risk of early death by 15%. That's a simple habit that adds years to your life. So, before you settle into that chair for the rest of the day, ask yourself, have I moved enough today? Even a little movement now can lead to a stronger, healthier future. Habit number 2. Poor sleep habits. Many people assume that sleeping less is just a normal part of aging, but that's a dangerous misconception. Sleep is one of the most important factors in longevity, and when you don't get enough of it, the consequences build up over time. Poor sleep habits increase the risk of heart disease, obesity, weakened immunity, and even Alzheimer's. Your brain and body need sleep to repair, refresh, and function properly. Without it, reaction times slow, memory suffers, and even everyday tasks become more difficult. And yet, millions of people unknowingly sabotage their sleep, whether by staying up too late, staring at screens, or tossing and turning in a restless bed. Think about John and Susan. John sticks to a simple sleep routine. He goes to bed and wakes up at the same time every day, avoids electronics before bedtime, and keeps his bedroom dark and cool. Because of these habits, he wakes up feeling refreshed, sharp, and full of energy. His mind stays clear, and his body feels strong. Susan, on the other hand, has fallen into a pattern of late-night habits that make it harder for her to sleep. She watches TV until midnight, scrolls through her phone in bed, and struggles to fall asleep. When she finally does, it's restless. She wakes up groggy, feeling drained before the day even begins. Over time, she starts experiencing more forgetfulness, low energy, and difficulty concentrating. The difference? It all comes down to sleep habits. If you want to improve both the quality and length of your life, you need to prioritize sleep. And the good news is, small changes can lead to big improvements. First, stick to a sleep schedule. Your body thrives on routine, so try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your internal clock, making it easier to fall and stay asleep. Second, avoid screens at least 1 hour before bedtime. The blue light from phones, TVs, and tablets tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime, disrupting the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. Instead, try reading a book, listening to calming music, or practicing light stretching before bed. Third, create the right sleep environment. A dark, cool, and quiet bedroom promotes better sleep quality. If outside noise is an issue, consider using a fan or a white noise machine. Finally, try a simple 5-minute relaxation routine before bed. Deep breathing, gentle stretching, or even writing down thoughts in a journal can help your mind wind down and prepare for restful sleep. Prioritizing sleep isn't just about avoiding grogginess, it's about protecting your heart, brain, and overall well-being. A good night's sleep is one of the most powerful tools for longevity, so take control of your sleep habits today. Habit number 3. A diet high in processed foods and sugar. The food you eat every day plays a direct role in how long, and how well, you live. Yet, many people fall into the trap of eating too many processed foods, refined sugars, and unhealthy fats. These foods may be convenient, but over time, they increase the risk of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and chronic inflammation, all of which shorten lifespan. The problem isn't just the extra weight or occasional discomfort. It's what's happening inside the body. Highly processed foods spike blood sugar, increase bad cholesterol, and trigger inflammation, a silent killer linked to nearly every major age-related disease. Now, let's look at two different lifestyles, Jim and Nancy. Jim's diet is filled with fast food, frozen meals, and sugary snacks. He often starts his morning with a pastry and coffee loaded with cream and sugar. Lunch might be a sandwich with processed meats and chips. By the afternoon, he's reaching for cookies or a soda for energy, and dinner is often takeout or something quick from the microwave. At first, Jim doesn't think much about his diet. But over time, he gains weight, feels more sluggish, and starts experiencing joint pain. His doctor warns him about high blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Soon, Jim is dealing with constant fatigue, high blood pressure, and difficulty managing his weight. Nancy, on the other hand, focuses on whole, nutritious foods. She starts her day with a bowl of oatmeal topped with berries and nuts. Lunch is a salad with lean protein and a side of whole grains. In the afternoon, she snacks on a handful of almonds instead of processed treats, and dinner is a simple home-cooked meal filled with vegetables, healthy fats, and quality protein. Over the years, Nancy's energy stays high, her weight remains stable, and her risk of disease stays low. She moves with ease, keeps her mind sharp, and enjoys her golden years without the constant burden of medication and health complications. The difference? Their daily food choices. So, how can you start making better choices today? First, reduce processed foods. Instead of white bread, pasta, or sugary cereals, choose whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat bread. These provide steady energy, improve digestion, and reduce inflammation. Second, incorporate more antioxidant-rich foods like berries, nuts, and leafy greens. These fight free radicals that contribute to aging and disease. A simple handful of walnuts or blueberries every day can provide powerful health benefits. Third, stay hydrated with water. Many seniors unknowingly dehydrate themselves by drinking sugary sodas, fruit juices, or too much coffee. Water supports digestion, keeps skin healthy, and helps the body eliminate toxins. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses per day. Finally, follow the healthy plate rule. Fill half your plate with vegetables, 1/4 with lean protein, and 1/4 with whole grains. This simple guideline ensures you get a balanced meal that supports longevity. Your food choices today shape your health for decades to come. Swapping out just a few unhealthy foods for nutrient-dense options can make a dramatic difference, not just in how long you live, but in how well you feel every day. Habit number 4. Chronic stress and negativity. Stress isn't just a mental burden. It's a silent threat to your health and longevity. Chronic stress weakens the immune system, raises blood pressure, and even speeds up the aging process at a cellular level. Over time, constant worry, negativity, and emotional strain can take years off your life. Many people don't realize how much their mindset and daily stress levels affect their well-being. But let's look at 2 different retirees, Carol and Tom. Carol has made it a habit to focus on joy, gratitude, and meaningful connections. She spends time with her grandchildren, enjoys hobbies like gardening and painting, and surrounds herself with people who make her laugh. Even when life brings challenges, she finds ways to stay positive and manage stress in healthy ways. Tom, on the other hand, carries constant worry and negativity. He dwells on past mistakes, fears the future, and often feels frustrated by things outside of his control. His daily routine lacks joy, and he rarely engages in activities that bring him peace. Over time, his stress levels take a toll on his body. He develops high blood pressure, trouble sleeping, and frequent aches and pains. His health gradually declines, not just physically, but emotionally as well. The difference? Carol manages stress, while Tom lets it control him. If you want to live a long, fulfilling life, it's essential to adopt stress-reducing habits that support both mental and physical well-being. Here's how you can start. First, practice gratitude. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as a delicious meal, a call from a friend, or a beautiful sunset. Studies show that gratitude rewires the brain to focus on positive experiences, reducing stress and improving overall happiness. Second, stay socially connected. Loneliness increases stress and can lead to depression, cognitive decline, and even a shorter lifespan. Make it a priority to call a loved one, join a social club, or engage in community activities. Meaningful connections protect the brain and heart, keeping you healthier for longer. Third, try relaxation techniques. Meditation, deep breathing, or even listening to calming music can lower stress hormones and promote relaxation. A simple 2-minute breathing exercise each day can significantly reduce tension and improve focus. Here's a quick exercise you can do right now. 1. Close your eyes. 2. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. 3. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. 5. Repeat this for 2 minutes. This simple technique helps lower blood pressure, relaxes the mind, and brings immediate relief from stress. Your mindset and daily emotions play a powerful role in how long you live. Choosing positivity, laughter, and stress management doesn't just make life more enjoyable, it can actually add years to your lifespan. Habit number 5. Neglecting preventive health care. Many people only visit the doctor when something feels wrong. But waiting until symptoms appear can be a dangerous mistake. Preventive healthcare, routine checkups, screenings, and early interventions can catch small problems before they become life-threatening. Skipping doctor visits may seem harmless, but it can lead to undiagnosed conditions, missed warning signs, and untreated health risks. Let's take a look at Alice and Dave. Alice prioritizes her health. She schedules annual checkups, gets routine blood tests, and follows her doctor's recommendations. During one of her visits, her doctor notices her blood pressure is creeping up. Because it's caught early, Alice makes small lifestyle changes, reducing sodium, increasing exercise, and managing stress. Over time, her blood pressure stabilizes, and she avoids serious complications. Dave, on the other hand, doesn't believe in going to the doctor unless something is seriously wrong. He avoids checkups, ignores minor symptoms, and assumes that feeling a little off is just part of aging. Years later, Dave starts experiencing fatigue, dizziness, and chest pain. When he finally goes in for a checkup, he's diagnosed with advanced heart disease, something that could have been prevented if caught earlier. This is why regular preventive care is essential. It helps detect issues like high cholesterol, diabetes, and cancer in their early stages, when they're easiest to treat. Here are 3 simple ways to stay on top of your health. First, schedule annual checkups and screenings. Many conditions develop silently, without obvious symptoms. A yearly visit with your doctor allows for early detection and personalized health advice. Make sure to discuss blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels. Second, monitor key health indicators at home. Blood pressure monitors and glucose meters are affordable and easy to use. Keeping track of your numbers helps you notice changes before they become serious problems. Third, don't neglect vaccinations and dental care. Many people overlook flu shots, pneumonia vaccines, and dental checkups, but these can prevent major illnesses and infections that weaken the body over time. Gum disease, for example, is linked to heart disease and cognitive decline. A simple dental visit could help prevent much bigger issues down the road. To make things easier, here's a simple health checklist you can follow. 1. Annual physical exam. 2. Blood pressure and cholesterol check. 3. Blood sugar test, especially if you have a family history of diabetes. 4. Cancer screenings, such as colonoscopies, mammograms, or prostate exams, depending on age and risk factors. 5. Eye and hearing tests. 6. Dental checkups every 6 months. 7. Vaccinations and boosters. A few proactive steps today can add years to your life. Preventive care isn't just about avoiding illness, it's about staying strong, independent, and healthy for as long as possible. Number 6. Excessive alcohol consumption. Many people enjoy a drink now and then, but excessive alcohol consumption can quietly take years off your life. While it may seem harmless in moderation, drinking too much over time damages the liver, weakens the heart, increases the risk of cancer, and accelerates cognitive decline. The impact of alcohol on health is often underestimated because the effects build up slowly. But let's take a look at James and Robert, 2 men with very different drinking habits. James enjoys an occasional glass of wine with dinner or a beer on the weekend. He follows recommended guidelines and balances his lifestyle with healthy eating, exercise, and hydration. As a result, he maintains good liver function, a strong heart, and mental sharpness well into his later years. Robert, on the other hand, has developed a daily drinking habit. It started with a couple of drinks in the evening, but over time, it became a regular part of his routine. He assumes he's fine because he doesn't feel any immediate effects. However, as the years go by, his liver function declines, his memory starts to fade, and he struggles with fatigue and frequent illnesses. The difference? James enjoys alcohol in moderation, while Robert's daily habit leads to serious health issues. Here's the reality. The body can only process so much alcohol before it starts causing harm. Long-term excessive drinking increases the risk of liver damage, including fatty liver disease, cirrhosis, and liver failure. Heart problems, high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, and an increased risk of stroke. Cancer. Alcohol is linked to cancers of the liver, mouth, throat, esophagus, and breast. Cognitive decline. Excessive drinking can lead to early dementia and memory loss. Weakened immunity, making the body more vulnerable to infections and illness. So, what's the solution? Balance and moderation. Here are 3 simple ways to protect your health while still enjoying social occasions. First, stick to the recommended limits. Health experts suggest no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. Drinking beyond this regularly increases the risk of long-term health problems. Second, swap alcohol for healthier alternatives. Instead of reaching for another glass of wine or liquor, try herbal tea for relaxation, infused water with fresh fruits and herbs for flavor, mocktails made with natural ingredients for a refreshing drink without the alcohol. Third, monitor your drinking habits. Many people drink more than they realize. Keeping track of your intake with a drink tracker can help you gradually cut back if necessary. If alcohol consumption feels difficult to control, support groups and counseling can provide guidance and encouragement. If longevity is your goal, moderation is key. The choices you make today shape your health for years to come. Reducing alcohol intake doesn't just extend lifespan, it improves quality of life, mental clarity, and overall well-being. Habit number 7. Smoking, vaping, and substance abuse. Smoking remains one of the deadliest habits, cutting life expectancy by an average of 10 years. And while vaping is often marketed as a safer alternative, it still poses serious risks to lung and heart health. The chemicals in cigarettes and e-cigarettes weaken the immune system, damage blood vessels, and increase the risk of cancer, stroke, and respiratory diseases. Let's compare 2 people, Tom and Henry. Tom smoked for decades, but in his 50s, he decided to quit. At first, it was challenging, but he sought support, used nicotine replacement therapy, and changed his routine to avoid triggers. Within a year, his lung function improved, his energy levels increased, and his risk of heart disease dropped significantly. Henry, on the other hand, never quit. He believed the damage was already done, so there was no point in stopping. Over time, he developed chronic lung disease, suffered multiple heart complications, and struggled with constant shortness of breath. His health declined rapidly, and his quality of life suffered. The difference between Tom and Henry? One chose to quit and gave himself years of better health. The other kept smoking and paid the price. Even if you've been smoking for decades, quitting at any age makes a difference. The moment you stop, your body begins to heal. After 20 minutes, your heart rate and blood pressure drop. After 12 hours, carbon monoxide levels in the blood return to normal. After 1 year, the risk of heart disease is cut in half. After 10 years, the risk of lung cancer is nearly the same as a non-smoker's. But what about vaping? Many people turn to e-cigarettes thinking they're a safer alternative, but studies show they still contain harmful chemicals that damage the lungs and increase the risk of heart disease. Vaping is not harmless, and long-term effects are still being studied. And beyond smoking and vaping, substance abuse, including excessive prescription drug use, opioids, or recreational drugs, can severely impact brain function, liver health, and overall longevity. Many medications have addictive properties, and without proper medical guidance, they can lead to dependence and long-term damage. So, what's the solution? A quit plan. If you smoke, quitting should be a priority. Here are 3 key steps to make it easier. First, seek support. Medications like nicotine patches or gum can ease withdrawal symptoms. Counseling and support groups provide motivation and accountability. Talking to a doctor about a personalized quit plan can increase success rates. Second, avoid vaping. It's not a safe alternative. Instead of replacing cigarettes with e-cigarettes, focus on breaking the nicotine habit completely. Try deep breathing exercises, chewing gum, or engaging in a hobby whenever cravings hit. Third, replace the habit with something healthier. Take up a new hobby like painting, gardening, or puzzles. Keep your hands and mouth busy with sugar-free mints or healthy snacks. Exercise regularly. Physical activity reduces cravings and helps the body heal faster. It's never too late to quit. The sooner you stop smoking, vaping, or using harmful substances, the longer and healthier your life will be. If any of these habits sound familiar, don't feel discouraged. Change happens 1 step at a time. Start small. Stand up every 30 minutes, swap processed foods for whole foods, or set a bedtime routine. Each decision you make today shapes the quality of your health tomorrow. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these habits are you working on? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Your experiences might inspire someone else to start their own health journey. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss essential tips for living a longer, healthier life. A long, fulfilling life starts with the choices we make today. Here's to many more healthy years ahead.